I look an absolute mess. But that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is for me to try to figure out what is going on within myself. So, I've tried falling asleep since like 8 o'clock. And most people who know me would think that that is ridiculous because on an early night, I go to bed at like midnight, maybe 11:30 if I'm really tired. At the earliest. But I have work at 4:15 in the morning. It starts at 4:15. I have to get up at like 3:30. And I've tried taking melatonin and drinking hot tea, which both usually work really well for me. But, like any other person who also knows me really well, actually very few people know this about me, but I have trouble sleeping when I'm going through a lot of emotions at once. And see, I like to do this thing where I feel like a million emotions at one time. I will feel excitement, fear, exhaustion, happiness, sadness, anger, all of it in just one sitting, sometimes within the span of 30 seconds. A lot of times I give myself sensory overload from doing that, but again, not the point. My emotions are only part of the... It's cold in here, sorry. My emotions are only part of the point of this. I'm really rambling a lot, so this is probably making no sense already, and we're 2 minutes in. Good job. So, oh, someone texted me. Thanks for throwing me off, Ian. I'm 19. I haven't gotten to experience a lot of what people call adulthood. And it's freaking hard. Being an adult is stressful. My hair is wet, and I should take a shower right now. But after this, I'm probably gonna crash, or cry, or maybe do both in whichever order. Because adulthood is stressful. But it's only as stressful as you allow it to be, and I know this sounds really stupid and cliche and like, oh, she's, you know, preaching to the choir kind of thing, but like, I struggle a lot with generalized anxiety. I was told last summer, well, I assumed that I had it for a long time, and I was told last summer by a therapist that I had it. I was not medicated for it. I have taken anxiety pills before. 2, well, technically 1, because they were cut in half. Didn't really suit me. One time, it just made me feel nothing, and then happy, and then nothing at all. And then the second time, I cried right through it. So, I would still prefer to not be medicated about it. But the thing is, I had a conversation. I just recently got back from Houston, like a week ago. Well, no, I got to Houston a week ago. Last weekend in Houston, my boyfriend and I were cuddling. I turned over to him, and we started having this serious conversation. And I told him, like, with tears streaming down my face. It wasn't like I was sobbing or anything, but I was crying decently. That it felt really good to try. Because for a long time, I was very placated by the idea that I couldn't do anything to fix any of my situations, my anxiety, or the people that I had hurt, or the people that had hurt me. I felt that I couldn't do anything to fix it. That's something that's been keeping me up tonight, is I've been thinking about that conversation I had with him last week. I'm crying. I'm like, it feels so good to try. To actually try. And in the moment of anxiety, being able to distinguish, because I used to not be able to do this. I would just freak out and hyperventilate and this whole mess of stuff. And I apologize. I really do look awful right now. But it's fantastic now being able to distinguish when I'm freaking out and to be able to stop that, or for the most part lessen the damage. But today I let something really get to me. You see, John is leaving in how many days is it? What is today? 28th, 29th? I don't know. John's leaving in less than 2 weeks for the Army. And I mean, it's been at the front of my mind since I started dating him. I mean, I worry a lot. I worry enough for the both of us. I probably worry enough for the both of our families combined. But it really came to the very forefront of my mind today because I was like, holy crap. He's leaving in less than 2 weeks for basic training. And I gotta say, I mean, nothing's gonna happen to him in basic, and he's gonna have like 2 years of training for what he's doing. But he's doing a very dangerous job, or he's going to be doing a very dangerous job once he finishes all of his training, and that stresses me out. Because I care about him, and I want the best for him, and I want the best for us. But at the same time, what really started stressing me out tonight was seeing that John's goals are so very close to him. Like he can just reach out and grab them. Because he's that close to him. He's 2 weeks away from starting to do what he's wanted to do his whole life. I didn't know what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life until like 2 months ago. The past like 5 years I've hopped around thing to thing, all within the same generalized like science-y kind of thing. First was genetics. Then it was just being a straight-up biologist. Then it switched to more of the neurological sciences, doing psychology, sociology, stuff like that. But recently, I stopped living with my dad and my stepmom. Told them I did what my older brother did. I waited until the end of the semester, but I did what my older brother did. And instead of facing them and talking to them about my anxieties and my passions, I ran off. And I realized, and I had done research about this all throughout finals week. I mean, that's why I did really crappy on all my finals, is because my mind was elsewhere, because I knew I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing. I started researching nursing and all the different jobs for that. And that is what I'm going to be doing. But that is going to take me at least another 2 years. Well, depending on summer classes or winter courses, whatever I do, it could take me 1.5 to 2 years to finish just getting my associates. Well, actually, I would be getting my nursing degree. So I could be getting finished at around the same time that I would be finishing my bachelor's to be able to do nursing. But I was lying in bed for a couple of hours, just thinking, like, how everyone my age seems to be 3 steps ahead of me. And I've really sat and I've thought about this. I've thought about this for hours on end before. But I realize again that it's just this mentality that I'm stuck in. This constant negative mentality. And I hear it from my mom all the time. She always tells me I need to start looking on the positive side a lot more. Because I am very blessed. My dad and my stepmom are not very happy with me. Neither is my little brother. But they still love me. And if I needed them, I know I could count on them. I am very blessed to have the family that I have. But I still feel like I am behind where I need to be. And I want to change that. But I see all these people that are close to me already succeeding in what they want to do. And I can't help but feel like I'm behind. But we are our own biggest critics. And I'm rambling, none of this makes sense, whatever.